how many women can confidently say that they could never have sex again and they would be just fine? Like, we are the prize, ladies. Do you know what man can say that? Like, oh no, I don't want vagina for the rest of my life. Yes, listen, as a woman, I could confidently say that I could probably go without penis for the rest of my life. I could. What man do you know say, unless he's taking a spiritual vow of celibacy or something? Ain't no man out here saying that. I'll never let men convince me that I'm not the prize. I'll never let it happen. I'll never let
Now I'm looking at this lady and I'm gonna guess she's probably around 40 years old, somewhere in that ballpark. And she still believes a woman's vagina is what makes them the prize. She's 40, people, 40, and she believes in 2026, her vagina makes her the prize. Are we talking about the same box that's been passed around like it was on a conveyor belt in an Amazon factory? The same box that gets passed around like the collection plate on Easter Sunday? Are we talking about that vagina? And remember, this is coming from the same group of women who don't even believe body count matters. They say they can sleep with as many men as they want, and then after all of those men beat it up like a punching bag, then they want to offer it to you as a wedding gift. And on top of that, you're getting old, lady. I know y'all love talking about how men start having issues when they get older, but we know y'all start having issues too. We know when a lot of y'all get older, it starts drying up down there. So now you got to carry some kind of oil or lube around with you everywhere you go in case you need it, just like those people who got a car with a bad oil leak. Lady, go sit down somewhere. Just go sit down somewhere. I don't know who told you that. If you're 4 years old and you still think that vagina in 2026 is the prize, you might be a little slow. I'm not saying she's slow. I'm just saying if you think that, you might be a little slow, because that is the furthest from the truth. Men don't value it the way they used to. Women definitely don't value it the way they used to. So how is it the prize? Lady, do you know if you have a little money in your pocket, you can have a box delivered to your door every day like it was UPS? Did you know that? So I don't know what you're talking about. This is not 40, 50, 60 years ago, lady. Those days are gone. Y'all told us it's y'all bodies, y'all can do what y'all want with them, and we said okay. So here we are. You know what, I was thinking about something. Vagina and TVs have a lot in common. Now let me explain. You see, back in the 1950s when TVs first came out, they were a big deal. Everybody did not have a TV. Only a small percentage of households had TVs. Now in the 60s, 70s, and 80s, more people had TVs in their homes. There were more models to choose from. You can get a floor model, which was a little bigger, or you can get the small one. You can get black and white, you can get color. And if you were really lucky, you had one of these. Yeah, this thing was big enough to take up your whole living room, but it was definitely exciting to watch. There were men who would have traded their children in to get one of these TVs, but TVs were still very valuable. If somebody broke in your house and stole your TV, you were devastated because you didn't know when you were going to be able to get another one, because TVs were still expensive and hard to get. So when you had one, you appreciated it. Now let's fast forward to 2026. People got 5, 6, 7 TVs in their house right now. If someone broke in your house and stole a TV out your house, you'll be mad, but you ain't going to be devastated about it. You just go get another one. We don't even try to repair the TVs anymore. If your TV stopped working, we'll just throw it out and go get a new one. You can go into Walmart, Sam's Club, Costco, something like that, and get a 55-inch TV for less than $200. And because of that, they're not valued the way they used to, because they're cheap, easy to get, and they're everywhere. And if you have enough money, you can get whatever one you want. And that's the same thing that happened to vagina. It's cheap, it's easy to get, and it's everywhere. And if you have enough money, you can get whatever one you want. Back in the 50s, it was valued. Men fought for it. Men went to war for it. It was mystery to it. It was worth chasing. It was worth waiting for. Then as the years went on, y'all added a little bit of feminism in there, and then the sexual revolution came, and now we're here in 2026, and ladies, I hate to say it, but your vagina is just like those TVs. Do men still want them? Absolutely. But are they willing to fight for them? Nah. Go to war for them? Absolutely not. Chase them and then sit around and wait for them? Hell no. If you have a girl who you're only with because she has a vagina and someone comes along and take her, are you gonna be devastated?
Nah, I'm gonna be just fine.
And the funniest part about this video is I'm willing to bet she doesn't have a man right now with that so-called prize she got between her legs. And I want to say one more thing. There is a big difference in men who are trying to sleep with you and men who are trying to be with you. Apparently it doesn't matter how old you are, it is still confusing to some women. So unless you have a bunch of men in your DMs, on your phone, standing outside your house trying to wife you and not just one night you, I'm gonna need you to do us all a favor.
just sit there and shut up.
This lady just shared the story I think is very interesting. It's a very good lesson in this as well. So y'all check it out. We'll come back and talk about it.
I hate when a man says I'm not into social media, because a few weeks ago I was at the airport waiting for my son, and this random tall dark-skinned man comes up to me and he was like, "I love that pink coat on you." I was like, "Thank you." He was like, "Can I have your number? I just think you're so beautiful, but I gotta go catch my flight, and I just want to get your number. I think you're so gorgeous." So I was like, "Okay, that's a bet." So I go ahead and give him my number, and I was like, "What's your name?" He was like, "Delante." I was okay, nice to meet you, Delante. My name's Key. And he was like, "You know what, I'm gonna hit you back up after the holidays because I'm gonna go see my parents." I was like, "Okay, that's cool." So this man hits me up instantly, instantly. We were just texting here and there, but he was like, "Hey, I don't want to take up too much of your time, so let's just plan a date." So he plans a date, we go out, we have drinks, and it is a ball. It's great conversation. We're having great drinks, just overall really vibing. So I'm kind of noticing a few things as we're talking that seems very familiar. As I'm talking to him, he's telling me like things about his life and everything like that. And out of nowhere, he says, hey, tell me the craziest thing that's ever happened to you. And I was like, my life is pretty vanilla. Like nothing really crazy happens to me. And he was like, come on, I know you have something. I was just like, no. And he was like, oh, I just like hate the fact that you don't know anything crazy in your life. So I'm realizing that he's saying something that is usually my title that I use in all my TikTok videos. So I was like, oh, you follow me on TikTok? And he was like, huh? What are you talking about? I was like, oh, like I make TikTok videos. So I was like, when you said that, it just reminded me of things that I say in my TikTok videos. And he was like, oh no, like I'm not on TikTok. I'm not really on social media like that. And I was like, oh, okay, that's cool. I was like, I like being on social media. And he was like, well, that's cool. So as we're talking and vibing, I'm really liking it. So then today he cash apps me randomly because he was like, hey, I just want you to have lunch on me. And I was like, thanks, boo. But when I look at his Cash App name, it's like this funny tag name. So I was like, oh, your tag name is so funny. And he was like, oh yeah. He was like, it's the same as my Instagram. Like I just made my tag name the same as my Instagram. So nosy me, I went to his Instagram and I seen like, he has like the basic 100 followers. Like I guess he follows people that he knows. So as I'm looking through his pictures and everything, something about his profile picture looks very familiar. So I click messages and this man has been in my DMs since August of last year. Just saying all types of stuff, responding to my stories without a response, responding to all the pictures of me saying, damn, you're so sexy, all this stuff without a response. So instantly I'm getting disgusted because ill, you sought me out in real life? Yuck. Like yuck. Yuck. So I text him and I take a screenshot and I was just like, oh, so you been knew about me. And he was like, what are you talking about? And I sent him a screenshot of his DMs and my DMs. And he was just like, oh, where'd you get that from? That couldn't have been me. I was like, isn't this your Instagram? And he was like, yeah. I was just like, you've been DMing me since August? I said, it's funny. So you already knew who I was. I just didn't know who you were. And he was like, well, I don't really be on social media like that. So I don't really think it was me.
Really? Why the f you lying? Why you always lying?
You're a fan. Just admit it.
She ain't lying, brother. If you was doing all that, that is exactly what you are. Just like Kendrick Lamar said.
He a fan, he a fan, he a fan. He a fan, he a fan, he a...
And the sad part about this whole thing is not only are you a fan, you are a liar too.
You're a liar. You're a liar.
Because you're trying to hide the fact that you're a fan. You were better off just telling her from the jump that you knew her online. It wasn't going to go anywhere either way, but at least you were being honest. And that leads me to what I really wanted to talk about. Fellas, this is why I say don't do this garbage. I know most of us know that. I get it. But there are still some men out there who think this is a good strategy. To respond to a girl's stories, to be in her comments, telling her how beautiful she is and how you want to drink her bathwater. And I can't believe you're single. That stuff don't work, okay, fellas? Leave it alone. Of course, just like with anything, there's gonna be exceptions, but the rule is that doesn't work. You look like a fan, sir. That's what you look like. Women don't date fans. I'm just being real with you. They don't date fans. When you're in her comments and you're doing all that stuff, you are looking like a fan. This is why I don't have a problem with anything this lady said. Now, the one thing I will say is when she said she was disgusted because he sought her out in real life, that's not why she was disgusted. She was disgusted because he's a fan. A fan sought her out in real life because it goes from you being a good-looking guy who has potential to being a stalker. You look like a stalker now when you do that. It's just not a good strategy, fella. I don't care if it's worked for you before. Let that go. I get it. It's rough out there. And some of you men ain't really having no luck out trying to find a girl in real life. So you go online and start jumping in DMs. Do I have a problem with a man sending a DM to a chick to check to see if she's interested? No. Do I have a problem with a man sending multiple DMs to check if she's interested? Yes. I think that's foolish, especially if she has a lot of followers. It just means she's probably getting a lot of attention from a lot of different men, and it's going to be hard for you to stand out in that environment. That is just not a high percentage strategy, is all I'm trying to say. There are better ways to do it, but that's stalking their stories and talking to yourself in her DMs. That is not the way to go, fellas. Leave that alone. Like T-Pain said,
Do something else! Do something else!
because that ain't it.
I really don't think people are prepared for what's coming. The bad news is that influencers, especially those who rely solely on their looks, are in trouble. Like if I want to go from dad to Chad all of a sudden, no problem. There are guys right now making a fortune using AI to act out fake personas to sell all sorts of things. And this will be flawless within 12 months.
They about to take catfishing to a whole nother level. So many dudes about to get juiced like an orange out of their little bit of money because some Indian dude is posing like an AI girl. Look at how good that looks. And like the man said, this is just the start. So in 12 months, this is going to be flawless. You ain't gonna be able to tell the difference between a man or a woman, because he also said in the video that they changed the voice of the character. So all you men out there who don't want to go out there and touch grass and meet women the old fashioned way, y'all might be in trouble, because if you keep playing around online, you're gonna spend hours, days, weeks FaceTiming with some cute blonde from Russia, sending her money and gifts. And the whole time you've been doing it, you're not even going to realize you've been talking to some guy from India sitting in his basement. Y'all better be safe out there because this is about to get real.